question here, we are being asked to come up with a summary which describes the key differences between an outgoing and an incoming model of the structure of the atom. So it's obviously important that that we're familiar with what the models are that are being referred to, and also we explain what the key features are of these models and how the feature of the newer model was different to the older one. So let's start off by talking about the model that was displaced, and these were scientists who changed these models. So let's talk about here the scientists that discarded a model, and let's identify the key characteristics of this, in which the mass was evenly distributed. Okay, this is the so-called plum pudding model here, in which the mass was evenly distributed throughout the atom. Okay, so there's our first sentence, and that says that what the crucial feature was, so that with the plum pudding model, the mass was pretty evenly distributed throughout the whole of the atom. And now let's add a little bit more detail, talking about what this distributed mass looked like. So we can talk about the electrons, which had negative charge, and the fact that these were distributed throughout a ball of positive charge. So what happened there was that this ball or sphere of positive charge, and then dotted throughout it, like the plums in the plum pudding, with the negative electrons, and they were evenly distributed. We now need to talk about the models that the scientists moved on to. So let's now talk about they replaced it with this was a different model, and a key characteristic of this model was that the mass was concentrated. Instead of being evenly distributed, the mass was concentrated in the center. And let's add a little bit more detail on this. There are 4 marks that are going on this, so let's put in a little bit more detail there. It's concentrated in the center in a charged nucleus.